guys and gals. How you doing this evening? Welcome to your Friday night edition of NoogaPrints, live here on TikTok. Man, it has been a heck of a week, hasn't it? The weather being crazy, not knowing which end of the spectrum it wants to be on. I don't even know what's going on with Mother Nature these days, but you know what? We will take the nice weather while we can here in Southeast Tennessee, that's for sure. Hey, just a heads up, the channel on for TikTok is up to 414 followers. I just want to put that in perspective for you guys. We went from having roughly, I think it was 230 followers on the channel roundabout this time in January. Okay? And now we're sitting at 414. We've almost, like, we're close to doubling the follower count on the channel in a month. That is fantastic. That is all thanks to you guys and you guys sharing this stuff out and making sure that the content is being seen by more than what I can just get it out to. So with that being said, this is a huge thank you to the fan club, or as I like to call the true channel, that is the viewers. Thank you so much for helping me in growing this channel, because it's more than just the 3D printing. It's so much more the camaraderie, the fellowship that we have with one another, the lifting each other up, laughing with one another, and just being as close to a family as I can really get us, at this point. Thank you so much for that, Heart Me Mad Mom. If there's anybody in the chat who is already a follower of the channel, would you go ahead and please throw that heart me on the stream tonight? That would be fantastic. We're at 3 out of 10 for our heart me's, and I'd really like to be able to get that knocked out of the park as early as we can, so that way nobody has to worry about me begging throughout the rest of the stream. That being said, if you're not following the channel, please do come to TikTok. Look us up at symbol Nooga_Prints. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be extremely loud. I'm just, I am in it to win it today, and I have not had nearly enough caffeine, so I'm trying to get there anyway. But that being said, we've also got our weekly giveaway today. If you guys haven't done that, you need to head over to facebook.com/NoogaPrints and put in for it, because you could get one of these Eastern style dragons here in either blue, pink, or green. You could be entered for a chance to win one of those. So that's still going to be open for probably about the next 15 minutes, 20 minutes, depending on how long it takes for me to shut up and get everything done. But we'll see. So with that being said, I'm just here jeeping. Thank you for all the gifts you guys are sending. That's amazing. Just so you guys know, if you haven't already seen the video that's also pinned on the TikTok channel, as well as plastered right there in the middle of the home screen on the website, NoogaPrints.shop. See it going on the ticker right here below us. It is coins for kids. Okay, all the coins, all the gifts, all the money that's earned here on the TikTok channel will go towards providing kids at the local children's hospital with little fidget toys and things like that for them to be able to occupy themselves while mom and dad are taking care of the big adult scary stuff. The kids can be trying, to just be a kid, just enjoy life, just be kids, But with that being said, is it K for coins for kids or C for coins for kids? I think you're trying to make more of this than what it is. It's C, or at least that I assume. Whatever it is that however it is TikTok spells it, is what we're going to do. Either whether it's C or K, I don't know. But nonetheless, like I said, she's bamboozling me. Yeah, most definitely. That being said, we are wearing our red hat today for the Remember Everyone Deployed. We want our brothers and sisters in arms to come home safe, but we also want to keep them in mind. This is an every Friday thing. As long as I can remember to grab my hat from the car after work, I'll be wearing it here on the stream as well. But one of the main principles here of the channel is the I've got your six. So IGY6. That will be a big big thing that we use for the hashtags, and my camera is being rude. It is, wow, okay, there we go, that's better. Anyways, so what we've got going on traffic. The camera for the U1 is acting up. It's not wanting to cooperate, but you can see it here behind me. It is the Bloom of Doom, and we are doing that one in Army Green. That one is for a customer order that has to be out like yesterday or tomorrow, really. And I've got one more to go with it that has to be done in purple, but not the skull, but another print. And then above us here, on my right, your left, is the number 9 of the top 10 red balloon trophy variant thing that we're doing for the car club. Now, after I've got one more to do after this one, and then we can move on to something else. But I am running like a mad cat trying to get these mini Quackens assembled, because those have to be in the mail, like have to be in the mail maybe next week, you know, at the earliest, latest. You know, we need to get these things. We just need to get them out of here. Thank you so much for those finger hearts, Bubba. I greatly appreciate that. I'm going to try my best to hush now, and let's get into this tonight's drop. What do you say? Tonight's drop is called Wacky Weenies. Yeah. Wacky Weenies. I know. Awkward. That being said, thank you so much to everybody who's coming in here. I appreciate you being here. We are going to kick this thing off and just rock this thing out as best we can. Okay, these these really are keychains. Okay, there's nothing hugely special about them. They're, aside from them being wacky wieners or wacky weenies. Sorry. Yeah. So let's go ahead and pop over and check these out. Okay. All right. First up, we have the sizzled ween, and as you can see it here on the keychain, here's what the sizzled ween looks like. You know my whole spiel. You don't have to worry about the layers that you're seeing here. This will not be the case. It will not look like a pruned ween. It will be a slick ween, and yeah. Here it is on the skewer. The skewer is also available as a separate item. Each of these keychains are $5, but they are roughly 6 centimeters, I believe, in length, which I think puts it about 1.5 to 2 inches, maybe. I don't remember exactly. Forgive me. I'm sure I'll get corrected in the chat, most likely. But here's this little video of it. There you go. You can see the size of it, kind of right there. And as it looks pretty cool when the skewer goes through, because you see the eyes and the tongue pop out like ah, which I think is pretty cool. And of course they've got a cute little ditty in the bio there, or in the description, if you want to check those out on the website. So yeah, there are 8 little wacky weenies, and sizzled ween is the first one. The next one up is burnt ween. Aw, burnt ween. Bless him. He's a cute wing, though. And I think you can fit up to 4 of the wacky weenies on the skewer at one time. So, yeah, you can have, if you want, what we can do is, we'll get to it at the end, okay? But this is the burnt wing. Again, $5. Layer lines won't be an issue. I'll make sure that. Next up, we have the thirsty ween, which I guess has just been sitting on the grill too long, and it is starting to become a bit parched and losing most of its juices or what have you. But anyway, I'm not even gonna speculate. But yeah, his eyes and tongue, again, they pop out when you stick the skewer through him in that. Sorry, itchy nose. I did not get another soda before I started the stream, which I should have. Next up, we have the raw ween, which I'm not sure he's exactly comfortable with the idea of having a skewer stuck through him. Whoa! Like, I could just hear them, please, don't skewer me.
I don't want to be cooked.
But, I mean, they're cute little keychains. It's something you don't see every day, and I think it'd be a hilarious conversation starter. And having the different ones is just great. Then we've got the golden ween, which is the perfectly cooked little sausage.
He's just so happy to be perfectly well cooked.
And there he is with his bright eyes. Whoa! Whoa! Sorry. Um, next up, we've got the smoking ween. I yeah. Apparently, he's in panic mode. He sees the flames coming and is absolutely terrified. So, yeah, he's pretty cool. Yeah, they really this was something that wasn't necessarily a regularly scheduled drop type thing. Here we got the done ween. He's just done with everything, man. He's tired of it. Kind of thing. I don't know, but it sounded good in my head. Kind of sounded like what he'd be saying. Man, you already charged me too much for taxes. I'm just kidding. I don't know. Yeah. Blah, 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 blah. And there you get to see the four on the skewer. Last but not least, on the weenies, we have the simmering ween. Like, he's not quite sure he's okay with the idea of all this, but he's definitely he's thinking something is quite sus here, I think. But man, what is this stuff? I don't know what you got going on here. And here is the skewer. I've got it set for $1. So if you wanted to order, 4 of the different wacky weenies, and you don't want the keychains on them or whatever, you can order this, and it comes with the keychain attachment piece to it. You can put 4 of the wacky weenies on there, and you can change them out every couple days or whatever, and just have a good time with them, kind of thing. I think they just kind of used recycled footage there for that. But then there's, last but not least, there is the Ween Grill. There is the Wacky Weenie Grill, which is $5. And it can hold up to, again, you could set up to 4 on the grill at one time. I think that's more of like just a kind of like a play set type thing. I don't know. I mean, it's kind of cool, It's kind of funny. Kind of carries on the whole Wacky Weenie thing. But say if you wanted, I guess, a display for them, that would work. That would work as the display. But that's it. That right there is the drop for today. But that being said, we're going to go ahead and close out this particular drop. And I wanted to kind of go over what we've got going on the website, okay? Because I don't know who all's been on here lately, but just wanted to kind of walk through some of this stuff. We've got our Coins for Kids video here. Wasn't titled that at the time because I wasn't really sure what we were going to call it. But anyway, we've got the TikTok link here on the left. This is if you're watching it or if you're checking this out on the desktop. If you're on a phone, this will all be like blam, 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 blam. One after the other, top to bottom. But we got the TikTok link here for the Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays shows that we do. On the right, you can click on the Rumble link, and that'll take you to the Rumble channel where we do the active prints streams pretty much every day. Hey there, Emily, how you doing? We've got a couple of little videos here. One for I think it's the promo video actually for the Dragons of Fortune, and the promo video for the Roll for Consequences. The Dragons of Fortune is where our weekly giveaway this week is coming from. And then the Roll for Consequences is the Dice Towers. So there's that. Underneath that, we've got some customer reviews. So if you guys buy anything, If you would go to the Facebook page, put a review up there. You know, if you want to put a picture up of what you purchased, that's fine. If you want to tag us in the purchase, if you want to post about it online, that's fine. It's all good. We've got our regular FAQ here for obviously frequently asked questions, and then down here at the bottom, if you want to be notified with regards to things like our kept in the loop with regards to our email campaigns, be notified when we post up blog posts on the site, because we do have a blog on there now. Or if you've got suggestions or just some feedback you want to offer, please feel free to leave that feedback here. Also, if you're planning on or if you're making an order, or plan to make an order at some point and you haven't really decided what all you want to get yet, the easiest way for me to make sure I've got your address and everything is to go ahead and submit that as well. I mean, you don't have to, but you're welcome to. But that makes up the homepage, and that feedback section, I think, is on every single page. Now, that's all for the homepage. The Saudi Aquatics page. This is the new line of aquarium stuff that I'm trying to launch. All my personal designs. So for any of you guys who have friends who are into the fish tank love, you can check out this stuff. Some of these pictures are actually from the software where I slice the items. I haven't actually made full-on pictures of them yet, but I do have these all physically in hand. I know they print. I know they come out looking good. Dang it, I did not put that one in there. Sorry about that. I got to put a picture up for the shrimp cave. But I've got a couple of those. We've got a couple of pleco logs in here. That's what this Emberwood Series Driftgate thing is. We've got the Emberroot Cave, or Emberwood Emberroot Cave. Yeah, anyway. Sorry, I'm trying to have like multiple lines of things up there, But you've got I've actually printed this out. This is huge. Like, it's like 1.5 pounds of plastic or something like that. It's crazy big. Well, of course, we can reduce the size. And that's meant for, just any fish to use as like a little homestead kind of thing and a hideaway type thing. This Spore Veil series, the Drift Spore Dome, that's meant more for baby fish or, little shrimp as a place to hide, and all the like the whole base of it looks like those little dots. They just look like little spores. And it's more area for biofilm inside the fish tank to build up and give those baby fish and the little shrimp areas to pull food from. Then we have the Hollow Sentinel, which is quite literally what you see here. It's a tree that has a hollow base for a fish to use as like a little hideaway type thing. You can take Java moss or epiphytes, which are plants that their roots don't necessarily go into the gravel and stuff like that in the bottom of the tank. If you've got real plants in your tanks, you can wrap those around those tree limbs, and you can make it look like a live tree in your tank, and it's pretty cool. I really like it. I've got one set up in one of the tanks right now, trying to see how it does and how the fish like it and everything. It seems to be doing pretty good right now, though. The only one that I actually have listed in the shop right now is this Riverwood Series Knobby Log. Now, I've got that one. I've got all of them in front of me, but that one is right here. It's about 6 inches long. It's wide enough at one end for a small pleco, or this one's actually more meant maybe for your smaller fish to have a place to kind of slip in there and hide, because believe it or not, your fish will be more active if they have plenty of places that they know they can hide if, say, a predator were to get into the tank, so in other words, what I'm trying to say is, if your fish feel safe, they'll be more active, or more apt to be active, and more apt to be out and swimming. But this does provide them a place to hide if, say, one of the other bigger fish start picking on them. They can just shoot down in there and you don't have to worry about the the poo and stuff like that building up in it because it's hollow all the way through. It's just a lot smaller on one end. You can actually take your Java ferns and your other live plants, and you can attach them to each of the pleco logs. Every part that or every piece that you've seen me show off so far, you can put plants on those as a way to I don't know, make it fit your tank better. Make your style. The shrimp cave, the one I've got for that right now is kind of like it almost looks like a SpongeBob house, but it's not really a SpongeBob house. It's got a bunch of holes all in the sides of it. And it's got this little kind of prickly thing out the top. Haven't really come up with a name for that, and it's more than just a shrimp cave. I mean, so the name doesn't really even fit so much, but I'm working on it. I'm trying to provide you guys with a wider array of things to check out and look into and things of that nature. So we'll see. But anyway, that right there is the Saudi Aquatics page here on the shop, and let's click on the more because everybody sees the shop part. Let's go to the more part of it. The video library, if you click on more, it gives you 3 other spots. The video library has a collection right now of 12 different videos. I've got 6 of the classic videos that were from last year that I pulled from Rumble. And then at the bottom, you've got the later videos really just from this year that I pulled from TikTok. And those are the full-on videos that we put out. And yes, again, the FAQ and the feedback is on this page as well. So that way, if you watch something or you see something and you want to know about it, you can go ahead and you got quick access to ask questions or what have you. Here you can also, it gives you a link to sign up on the Rumble or come to the TikTok channel to check out more videos if you guys are interested in checking those out. You can sign up for the website, and that will also give you access to be able to get notified of all the blog posts and the email campaigns. You can decide if you want to be involved in those that way, and we can have more of a community type thing. I'm not really sure how people feel about that just yet, but I mean, I guess it makes it easier for you guys to be able to save favorites and things like that, or keep track of certain things that you might want to save for later to order or what have you. That's the easy way to do it, I guess. But then the Our Story, I've gone over this stuff a couple times, but the Our Story just kind of tells you a little bit more about how the company started, what is really in my head, and if I forget to mention it on all the lives, I've got a few videos here where you can kind of go over some of the stuff that I've mentioned before, but it talks about our goals and things like that, and of course the team right now, as far as active members of the production and development team, really right now it's me and Moo. Now, of course, we have the moderators here on the channel, which is great. I absolutely love it, and I definitely want to include them in the Our Team section when they feel comfortable and if they feel comfortable with that kind of thing. I think that'd be amazing to be able to include everybody in that. And then, of course, we've also got the blog where, I've posted a number of them here. There haven't been a whole lot of views on many of them, and I wonder if that's because not very many people know they're here. And so that's part of the reason why I wanted to go over this stuff with you guys tonight and kind of run through this. And yes, I'm still recording at this point, but this also, again, gives you access to the frequently asked questions as well as the feedback section in case you guys have got questions or suggestions. I want this to be all of us working together to get more out of the website, get more out of the company for that matter. I want everybody to be able to feel like they're getting what they want, ultimately. Now, of course, everybody is familiar with the shopping side of things. I've changed it up a little bit from time to time as make it a little bit easier to navigate, or a little bit less cumbersome, less loading, and stuff like that, especially in the all products. But you can see here the most recent drops, like today's Wacky Weenies that we went over. I posted up this floral bear because I didn't realize that it wasn't on the website yet. So I posted a little video, like a little promo video of it. It's like 22 seconds. But this is the floral bear. It is absolutely cute. We can do it in a two-tone color. It doesn't have to be one color. Excuse me. But, yeah, they come out looking absolutely beautiful. And, of course, Wednesday's drop there. And, of course, it goes in order, most recent to the oldest by default. I believe you can change that on the sorting area here. It just says recommended, but I mean newest is it's the same as the recommended, I think, at this point. Yeah, because you kind of have to log in, and I think it kind of keeps track of that for you. I'm not really sure. I don't know how this works. I just put it together and hope and pray that it works right. But you've got quite a few different areas to check out and different items that you can look into. Everything from picture frames to resin miniatures and terrain for tabletop gaming. You've got full-on gaming gear, fidgets, faith and religious iconography in that. You've also got home decor, a couple of incense burners in there, instructional and learning, aquarium again. That really is just the knobby log at this point. You got some bathroom essentials. You guys see them here, I've got to get in here and really do some better organization, which will probably happen when I'm able to afford hiring an assistant to help me really manage most of these things. Like there's a lot of the back end stuff that I am realizing I am not able to take care of by myself, but nonetheless. Corey, shoot me a message offline, and we can talk about that. Just there's a couple of different things that that the questions that need to be answered with regards to that. But I'm happy to work with her and make that happen. I'm going to go ahead and close that out. With that being said, I'm going to cut this off for the future folks because we've shared enough with the future folks. You guys need to come in and be live and enjoy the fun and frivolity and all the things that go along with it. So with that being said, future folks, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 6 p.m. Eastern, right here on TikTok, Nooga_Prints. Find us, follow us, be a part of the community. Again, we've got the coins for kids. Every gift, every heart me that gets provided to the channel, every super fan that joins the channel with a subscription. You all get to be a part of helping to put smiles on the faces of children at the local children's hospital here in Chattanooga, Tennessee, and everybody who's in the fan club that contributes to the Coins for Kids, which most everybody does if you're in the fan club, or as I like to just refer to it, the group that is the channel. Your name will be included on a list of names of folks who have contributed to that. Okay. So with that being said, future folks,